right, people, I'm back. This is going to be part 4 of Sex Game Rules to How to Be the Man. Now, last time I left off in part 3 about if women can help you make money. The only time a man would mess with an older woman is if she knows how to help you make money, business, and finances. And most of the time, they don't even do that. But when you find you one, that's when you can listen to an older woman. Now, in part 4 of this video, I want to touch base on, and let's hope my camera don't cut off when we get to the good stuff in here. There's a lot of more information about being the man. Not as simple as you may think it is. Some people might thought that after 3 videos they understand what being the man is, but here in 4 I gotta talk about the player haters in the job world. Oh yes. I gotta tell you about the pitfalls and the traps that they will use against you in the job world. And then of course we'll get back to the sex. So let's get to it, people. I'm gonna look at my camera to make sure it's still functional. Alright, let's get into this bad boy. Now, a lot of the places that you work at, 9 to 5 jobs, places like McDonald's, Burger King, Carl's Jr., Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, Del Taco, Subway, In-N-Out, Fat Burger, all those fast food chains that I just named off. Even stores like Macy's, JCPenney's, Target, The Gap, H&M, Old Navy, Kmart, stores like that, right? 99.99% you're going to get guys that are beta males that you went to junior high, high school, and college with. A lot of times you might get these guys and might look at you and you might say, well, I'm not that asshole football player that beat your ass 15, 20 years ago in high school and college. I'm not that basketball player that embarrassed you and took all the hot, beautiful, attractive women from you 15, 20 years ago. But they're not going to look at you as an actual person. They're going to look at you as the guys that were always taking the beautiful, hot, attractive women away from them. They're going to look at you like the basketball players, the football players, the baseball players, the tennis players, the soccer players, the guys that ran track, that did swimming. If it's not those guys, those group of guys, group A, then you're in the group of group B. The studs, the bodybuilders, the weightlifters, the power lifters. If it ain't group B, then it must be group C. The Hollywood actor that's like Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt. Or Denzel Washington, or Elgiba Elba. You're an actor, or you must be a film producer, or a film director, or a music producer. Because once upon a time, they never got to physically, sexually attract the women they want. And these guys are usually managers, assistant managers, supervisors, assistant supervisors. There's the general manager, the assistant general manager, and a lot of times the director of operations. And all these men have all something in common. They're all a beta male men, or in this case we'll say utless, gutless cowards. These men are not physically, sexually attractive by no means of imagination. They cannot attract high quality women that are 8s, 9s, and 10s. These are the guys that are 200 pounds, 300 pounds, 400 pounds. These are the guys that suffer from a Napoleon complex. They're too short. They got freckles on their face. They have reading glasses. And these guys are unfortunately your boss. And when you come to work, there's these things that they do to you at work. For an example, let's say you come in on a Monday afternoon, but they mess up the schedule and they make it where you got to come from 9 o'clock in the morning and you're not going to get off until 9 o'clock at night. So originally you was going to come Monday morning from 9 to 6. So you thought, yeah, I might go to 24-Hour Fitness, LA Fitness. I might go to Gold's Gym or Club Onyx to go work out. Now you can't even go to the gym because you work from 9 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. So they mess up your schedule. Because a lot of these guys don't like you. If you're in, and I'm about to give you the signs on how you can tell these are a beta male men. These are utless, gutless cowards. 6 ways you can tell. Sign number 1, they always act like a male feminist. They show female characteristics, female behavior. There's the roll in their eyes. They're scoffing at you. There's them demanding stuff of you. Like, let's say you come 15, 20 minutes late to work. Now you get a write-up. You get, not only you get a verbal warning, you get a write-up because you came 15, 20 minutes late. You try to explain you were stuck in traffic, or there's a traffic jam, or they're doing construction, and he doesn't care. So he writes you up anyway. And you try to explain your case, but he doesn't care. So that's sign number 1. Sign number 2 is he gives you the most work out of all the employees. He gives you the absolute most work. Like, for an example, you may already have work. Like, I'll give you an example. Let's say you're a security guard that does loss prevention. And let's say you've already made sure that all the clothes are good in the department clothing store, but for unfortunately, he decides to give you more work. And you're trying to figure out, why is he giving you more work than everybody else? That means he's jealous and resentful of you. And a lot of times it could be because you have a good personality, and a lot of people like you cracking jokes. Everybody's laughing. Everybody's having a good time. You bright up the mood. Everyone likes that you're in a good mood. Everybody likes your personality. Everybody likes that you like to have fun. And they like that on a working environment. You make things better in a better working environment. You know, you're not mad and you're not grumpy and moody, and you know you kill the mood when you're like that. So they like your personality, and sometimes they give you a huge working load because of your personality. If it ain't because you got a good personality, then it's because you're physically, sexually attractive to the opposite sex. A lot of the high quality women that come to these clothing stores, like JCPenney's, Macy's, Target, H&M, The Gap, Forever 21, Old Navy, you know, those type of stores, especially Forever 21. Whenever I go to them type of stores, and let's not forget Victoria's Secrets, because there are men that work in those stores as stock workers, and if any woman finds those men physically, sexually attractive, they get jealous and resentful because I'm the supervisor. Why are you not finding me physically, sexually attractive? Or I'm the manager, or the assistant manager, or the assistant supervisor. Why you ain't talking to me? The only time a woman come in the store that she'll take any interest is if the man is the big fish, the general manager. So they give you the most workload just because of that. And you be like, so this guy's gonna hate because I work at a store as a security guard and I'm getting some play from the hoes? Yes, he gonna hate you just because you get some play from the hoes. So that's number 3. Number 4 is he's gonna mess up the schedule intentionally on purpose. Instead of giving you 2 days or 3 days off from work, he don't try to make you work 4 days, 5 days, 6 days from work, because he don't like you. And what happens is, if you try to complain about your schedule, he'll give you some more work. You know, and then you become at that person's complete mercy because they like it that way. They love that you're at their mercy. And you can't do nothing about it. So, and then if you take days off, they can write you up for taking too many days. Like, they'll lie and say, go ahead, yeah, I'll request a day off. And you request a day off, and then all of a sudden you find out that he fucking with you. And he go, I didn't say you can have the day off. I've seen people at work, I won't say where, I've seen people come back from their lunch break and they'll say, I never said you could take your lunch break. I said that in 30 minutes or in an hour you could take your lunch break. And they be like, I heard you say 2 hours ago that I could leave and go to lunch for 12 o'clock. So they'll fuck with you just because they don't like you. So I think that's number 4. Sign number 5 is he's a male feminist. Meaning he'll try to project his insecurity issues and indoctrination onto you because he feel like you should be one of us. Like for an example, when you do get your time off from work, what happens is they be nosy. They be asking questions like, why you want to take a day off? What's so important to take a day off? And you go, I just want to take a day off to pay bills. And then a lot of times they be trying to, find out what's going on so they can always be one step ahead. You got to watch out for that. Now we get to number 6. Watch out for the girls that they try to get to spy on you. Oh yes, sometimes these women might be beautiful and attractive, and a lot of times these females will befriend you, give you conversation, and before you know it, you thinking about asking her out to lunch and dinner, and before you know it, she goes back and tell all the employee workers your personal business, like what employee workers you hate. I can't stand the manager. I can't stand the boss. Now you got some more work. Now he makes you miserable because he's miserable. And you see, these guys, you went to junior high, high school, and college with these people, and they sworn that once they got out of high school and college, they was going to get revenge on the basketball players, the football players, the baseball players, the soccer players, the tennis players. They was going to get revenge on all the athletes. If you're a bodybuilder or a weightlifter or a powerlifter, they're going to get revenge on you because they can't seem to get over the fact that 15, 20 years ago, those guys were getting the most beautiful, attractive women that money could buy, and they were not a part of that club. And now that they're managers, assistant managers, supervisors, assistant supervisors, director of operations, the assistant general manager, or the big fish, which is the general manager, they'll do anything they can to instill power and dominance over you. Now, as a man, you're supposed to pump and dump your job. Now, there's a rule. Now, there's 2 things. The older men who know how to become successful, they don't tell younger men in their 20s and 30s this, but I will make a future YouTube video called The Young versus the Old Part 1 and Part 2 later in the near summer. Somewhere in late June, early July, I'll make those videos. But here we're going to talk about it a little bit, and then we're going to get to the sex because that's what you want to hear about in the first place anyway, right? So, they don't tell you that after you've been on a job for about 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you're supposed to be looking for a better job. Never get too comfortable or relaxed with the idea that once you got a job, you don't have to look for nothing better. 2 years later, or 3 years later, or 4 years later, you're not going to make the same money that you first made when you first got hired. As time goes on, your money starts to get less and less and less. Your hours get less and less. The days you come to work gets less and less. The workload is still more, but your days and your hours are less. Your money all of a sudden becomes less. And it's because the people who are the bosses don't like you very much. Whether it's because you got a nice winning personality or you can physically, sexually attract women with your looks. They'll do all types of conniving shit to your ass because they can and they will. And the whole point is to make you miserable, to make you feel terrible, because that's just what they do. So I would say if you've been on a job for 2 years, 3 years, you're okay. 4 years, you're okay. 5 is the maximum that you should stay at a job. But if you've been at a job for like 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, that's too many years to stay at a job. Because by the time you try to find you a better job, it's too little too late. So that's what you have to understand. Now, I know a lot of y'all want to get back to the sex, but let me go ahead and handle this right quick. All right, sorry about that. I didn't want y'all to see me taking a tissue and putting it in my nose. You'd be like, "Damn it, Alex! Why couldn't you do that before you start the video?" Yeah, and Jimmy be like, "Damn it, Alex! I'm gonna buy you a tripod for Christmas because I'm tired of you when you do that." You know how Jimmy is. He always get on my case about filmmaking. Like, if you're gonna be a great film director, then act like it, damn it. And I'd be like, "All right, calm down, Jimmy." All right, now back to the video. Now, the sex y'all been waiting for. Now, don't let these male feminist punk bitches discourage you for trying to date women that's 18, 19, 20 years old, because they'll try to brainwash you with that feminist program crap and tell you, "Don't you want a woman that's the same age as you? Don't you want a woman that's older than you?" And you'd be like, "Hell no." But here's the second part that successful older men won't tell you. From age 18 to 29 and sometimes up to 30, all in your 20s, you're going to be dating women that's old enough to be your mother and your grandmother, because you don't have no experience with women. And a lot of times, when you see a guy 20, 25 years old messing with a woman that's 35, 40, or 45, or even 50 years of age, it's because he doesn't know how to physically, sexually attract women yet. And you see, I know some secrets and some revelations too that'll help you guys not so much do that, but figure out how to do it. Now, here are some things you need to understand. Rules about being the man. In order to get high quality women talking to you, you must be able to physically and sexually attract lower quality females. See, the thing is, when they say don't ever tell a woman that you're single, what they're trying to say is don't tell on yourself. Don't tell her everything about yourself, because when you do, you disqualify yourself from getting that female. But there is some things that'll help you. You ever notice that when you talk to one girl, another girl pays attention to the fact that you're talking to a girl? All of a sudden, you got two girls competing against each other for your attention. And then there's a third girl that sees that. So then you end up having three girls fighting each other for your attention. Well, guess what? It's better to have girls do that than that you be trying to chase. Which brings me to these part of the rules of being the man. Player rule number one: I shall not chase the booty. A lot of y'all, not y'all, but your best friends like to chase booty so much that when they chase booty, the booty don't come back to them. So number one is stop chasing the ass. Let the ass chase you for once. Number two, you can date women that's 18, 19, 20 years old. Now, if you feel uncomfortable doing that, then wait until they turn 21, 22, 23, 24 years old. Now, a lot of the younger women are going to shit test you, okay? Just because you date a younger woman doesn't mean you're not going to get shit tested. You're going to get shit tested. So if you be thinking, "Oh yeah, I got this 18, this 19-year-old girl, it's all good." No, you're still going to get shit tested. She's still going to want to know if you are the man. And she might do things that you don't like. She might say, "Well, I don't like that car you got, and I think you can get a better car." And you might go, "I got a car, so what's the damn problem?" And a lot of times, women want to see how do you respond or how do you react to when she says something negative. And the trick is for you not to say anything and don't respond. The only time you have to actually try to do what the girl suggests is if everyone says, "Yeah, bro, that backpack you got is all fucked up and you need a new backpack," then by all means get a new backpack. But that doesn't mean you listen to the female who told you it. Because if you start listening to a woman too much, then that's one of the things they do to make you become a male feminist. So if you want to get young, hot, attractive women, you got to understand they're gonna shit test you. For the guys that be trying to get away from younger females because they play games, I'm gonna go date a woman that's 35. I'm gonna date a woman that's 40, 45. I'm gonna date a woman that's 50 years old. Hey, no matter how old a woman get, they're still going to shit test you. So don't be surprised that if you try to date a woman that's in her 30s, 40s, or 50s, and she's still playing games with you, you have no excuse because I'm telling you in this video. Now with the younger girls, they expect you to be in athletic shape, okay? It may not seem like it because they're talking to you, but trust me, younger girls are just like older women. They want them a guy that's in good physical fit, conditioned shape. Because they have so much energy, when they do they McDonald's McLovin. Y'all know what I mean when I say McDonald's McLovin. I'm trying to make sure I find a better appropriate word because you know how YouTube is when you use certain inappropriate words. So I say McDonald's McLovin. Y'all know what that is. Well, you don't have to be in physical condition shape. So, yeah. Now, it's okay if you're going to pump and dump 2 or 3 older women. Just be aware of what's going on around you. And I only recommend this if for some reason you get a newbie, you get a guy that doesn't know how the game is played. Sometimes you might have to have what they call half and half. When the younger girl gets on your nerves, you're going to start messing with older women that's in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. Every time we do a video, somebody wants to call. Sorry about that, people. Sometimes when the older woman gets on your nerves, you're going to want to go to a younger woman. So it's okay to have half and half. So this is explaining about the sex and the player haters in the job world. Peace.